Good morning. I'm Gilman Whiting, professor. I wanted to come on today to share in with the whole Christmas spirit of Vlogmas. I am not a streamer per se. I am an interloper in the world of streaming. But I've met several people, including Doc Rock, Lisa Petrucci, Marshall Falk, Alan Sky, Markeith Brandis, all of these people who have contributed to my growth in terms of understanding and knowledge. My journey began this summer when I wanted to try to communicate with my students in a different light. And as I started going through, I was trying to work OBS, because that's the first thing I came across, with my MacBook Pro. And I found out that after months of trying to make it work, it would just overwhelm the system. After a few months of trying to do that, I ran into, by accident, quite incidentally, into Ecamm. And I learned about what Ken and Glenn had put together in terms of this whole community of streamers and folks who are making a living and working doing this thing. So I felt that this is the way best to communicate what I wanted to do. So today I'm doing a few things. I don't have an overlay designed for this, but as you can see, I've created overlays thanks to primarily Bradley Vincent, who gave me so many different ones. Like this is one I just love. Social media helped me create a lot of these things for us that are out there. So that's the way. I'm on all platforms. You can stay connected. If you happen to like what I'm talking about today, please subscribe, click. And if you don't, that's okay, but please give me feedback, because more importantly, I'm trying to be able to get the content to people, to children. I guess I got that on relay, right? Get that to people and children and families and administrators out there. When I moved from that OBS to the Ecamm, I found out that on my 4-core processor here, I was still seeing Christmas in July. And it would not work. So I had to upgrade my game. And I think what's happening right now, we're in a place in time where everybody's upgrading their game. Everybody is moving from a place of not having any understanding or knowledge to a place where you have a little bit more. I am working right now with an iMac 27, and it seems to be able to handle everything I need. I've also upgraded listening to Salisbury with one of the teleprompters in terms of using it. I'm working with lighting. I'm working with the backlighting thanks to watching videos from Marshall Falk and Lisa Petrucci and all these other ones, right? I might go to Live Streaming Pros and do that thing if I need to, but I'm trying to work on this. So my deal is not to stream for stream's sake. My idea is to give content to teachers, administrators, families, for kids who are failing in school right now. Did you know some research we just did not too long ago, myself and some colleagues up at Purdue University, we found that we're missing over 3 million Black, brown, Native, low-income children from gifted education. Did you know that the college and university system today, in the 6-year graduation rate, is graduating less than 42% of its African-American male population? So I'm really concerned with the future of what's happening with education in the United States. We all just came through, or still coming through, or still dealing with, because Georgia is still out, right? Dealing with all of the intellectual, political rabble that's going on right now. Whether we should keep children in school, even though we were told months ago to take them out of school. Now here we are months later with a high rising COVID-19, and now we're pulling children out of school. We're going into Christmas holidays with nearly 265,000 Americans who have passed this year. So we're in a strange place. We're in a unique place, and I think this format, what this allows us to do is bring us closer together and able to get our message out in a different kind of way. I always ask people, what did they call that period of time between the 1960s and 1970s, like 66 to 71-ish, right around there. What do they call that time? Well, in 1966, 67, 68, 69, they called it whatever year it was, 1966, 68, 69, etc. What do we call this year? 1920. No, 2020, the year from hell. So we're dealing with something right now today that in the future, 20, 30, 50 years from now, they're going to give this era a name. I don't know what it's going to be, but I know it's going to be something. So we're in rarefied space right now. Vlogmas is I don't know if it's 30 days or if it's just 25 days of continuously putting content out here. I didn't practice for any of this. I want you to see my set raw. This is my basement. This is where I live. This is where I work. I watch Marshall Falk and get some ideas from lighting and things like that. I've listened to Lisa Petrucci dealing with certain kind of going out to different streaming channels. I've listened to Jim Carroll with regards to having a full set. The face stuff. I learned the sound stuff from Doc Boyd. So I'm learning from each of you. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Lighting, dealing with Salisbury. So a lot of these folks, Diana Gladney and her techniques, I just love all the stuff that I'm seeing. It really helps me to move my game forward. I think I'm going to call my work The Elephant in the Room, or something along that. Give me some ideas. Elephant in the room. Something to do with elephants, because what I know about, not only are they resilient and have great memories, what I also know is that they're the thing we don't want to talk about. And the thing we don't want to talk about in this case tends to be the children. What's happening with our kids? What's happening with the educational system in the country? So that's what I want to put out. I want to put out content not only for my college students and have them have an engaging professor that's doing some stuff so it doesn't seem like these gray hairs mean that I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But at the same time, I want to be able to put out content in the World Wide Web to YouTube or LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever it is, so that it has more chance of being seen by folks who can have an impact on young children. My work, Scholar Identity Model, my logo is right here, floating. Thanks again for learning how to do those. Is a work with the psychosocial development of children. How do we get kids, particularly black and brown males, to think that they can be effective in school? So that's what it's about. I'm working on a what do you call it? A webcast, or what do you call those things? Podcast. Yeah, podcast with some friends up in Minnesota, and they are getting together a lot of teachers, and they're calling themselves the Good Trouble Principals. And so they've got a series of 200 or so principals who are getting together, who are talking about things that need to be done in the country and in their state in particular. And so for me, I think that's how we're going to do it. So again, if you want to subscribe or like, I'd appreciate it. I'm not big on those things. I think that they're great to have, but I really would like your feedback on everything you see. Tell me how I can sound better, how I can look better, things that are distracting. I don't know about plants. I haven't put plants in here yet. I don't know what the thing is about plants, but I can find a plant or a tree or something, or a twig or something to put up here if I need to. But other than that, I thank you for your time. I'm going to ride this thing until the wheels fall off, hopefully. Hopefully I get a chance to meet you all in the future. Again, I'm Gil Whiting, and this is day one of Vlogmas. So peace, love, one. Be well and take care. Ciao.